We ready? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I'd like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When a hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearings, board members have visited all or most of the properties listed on tonight's calendar. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to come back and give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns of the interested parties. At that point, then, the hearing will be closed. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any postponements tonight?
Yes. We have one postponement. It is hearing holdover 1, Appeal 25-516, Chandra Shekhar Kota.
Is anybody here for that hearing tonight? Okay, let the record reflect that no one was here for it, and let's call the first hearing.
Hearing 1, Appeal 26-87, Michael Dugan at 38 Polo Road, Massapequa.
Good evening.
Right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Jeremy Jones, 38 Hetty's Path, Farmerville, New York, 11738.
Thank you.
Good evening. We're seeking a variance for building coverage. We're doing a small one-story rear addition to square off the back corner of the home, which is increasing the building coverage to 26.55%.
It's de minimis. I wish all our cases were like this. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Hearing 2, Appeal 26-88, Sean Freely at 7 Comet Lane, Massapequa.
She's just walking in.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to take another one first?
She's number 3 also.
So take
Okay, so I'll
4.
go to 4. Hearing 4, Appeal 26-18, Dennis Young at 51 North Pine Street, North Massapequa.
Hi, raise your right hand, sir. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yep.
Your name and address, please.
Dennis Young, 51 North Pine Street, Massapequa, New York, 11758.
Thank you.
I'm here to maintain, or seeking a variance to maintain a 6-foot fence. I live in a corner, and just for privacy, I have 2 dogs. That kind of-
So the fence is existing.
Correct.
Does it cause any line of sight issue for vehicular traffic? Anybody on the sidewalks?
Nope.
Kathy, did you look at it?
I was at the property today, and it is a corner property, but it's stepped back from the house, the side of the house, and it's full, they even have a driveway behind there, but it's 2 to 3 feet from the sidewalk, so the neighbor has plenty of sight to get out.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Should I take her?
Yeah, take 2.
Hearing 2, Appeal 26-88, Sean Freely at 7 Comet Lane, Massapequa.
I'm so
All
sorry.
right?
Thank you.
That's okay, as long as you're all right.
Raise your right
A little out of breath, but okay.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Ashley Lowe Chianese, from Lowdown Expediting. My office is located at 131 Berkeley Place in Massapequa, New York. I am here this evening with my client, Mr. Sean Freely, who is the owner and occupant of the subject property located at 7 Comet Lane in Massapequa, New York. He is here with us this evening. I am here as a result of an application filed for a proposed in-ground pool equipment, and a proposed 20-foot by 20-foot pavilion with fireplace and outdoor kitchen. The proposed in-ground pool does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 10 feet, having a rear yard setback of 7 feet, for which we are requesting relief of 3 feet. The proposed pool equipment does not have the minimum required front yard setback of 60 feet, having a proposed front yard setback of 32 feet, for which we are requesting relief of 28 feet. Additionally, the proposed 20 by 20 pavilion does not have the minimum required side or rear yard setback, having a proposed side yard setback of 5.08 feet where 10 feet is required, for which we are requesting relief of 4.92 feet, and a proposed rear yard setback of 7 feet where 10 feet is required, for which we are requesting relief of 3 feet. The pavilion also exceeds the maximum permitted height for accessory structures of 12 feet, having a proposed height of 14.83 feet, for which we will require relief of 2.83 feet. Lastly, the pavilion with fireplace and outdoor kitchen exceeds the maximum permitted building coverage of 20%, having a proposed building coverage of 22.4%, for which we require relief. The Freelys have consulted with almost all of their neighbors on the radius map, and as a result, I have 10 letters of support for them, along with a corresponding radius map. Those are our only requests. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Do you have consent from the neighbors that are affected by the pavilion? Do you know?
That'd be the rear
Yes.
neighbor.
Rear neighbor
And the,
and the side neighbor?
yeah.
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay.
Sorry, I just gave you my radius map. I think everyone is on there except for one neighbor.
Can I ask the reason for the height on the pavilion? Is it a prefab structure that's the height?
It is a prefab structure, right, the pavilion? Yes, it's a prefab structure.
Yeah, all right, we'll discuss it. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
And the next case, too.
Yep.
Hearing 3, Appeal 26-150, Hal Feinstein at 61 Riviera Drive South, Massapequa.
That's a flood zone, right?
Marty's
She's in
Road.
a flood zone.
Yeah.
Good evening again. My name is Ashley Lokinis from Lowdown Expediting. Our office is located at 131 Berkeley Place in Massapequa, New York. I am here this evening on behalf of my client, Hal Feinstein, who is the owner of the property located at 61 Riviera Drive in Massapequa, New York. Mr. and Mrs. Feinstein were unable to make it tonight. He and his wife just had a baby and are currently living in Connecticut as they just purchased the property, so it was too difficult for him to make the trip here for the evening. We are here as a result of an application filed with the building department for a proposed second-story addition. The only item we are here for tonight is to request relief for the height. The maximum permitted height in an R110 zone is 28 feet, and the proposed height is 31 feet, for which we are requesting relief of 3 feet. We do not believe this would be out of character for the neighborhood. This property is located within Harbor Green waterfront area, a neighborhood that has experienced significant redevelopment over the years. Many of the homes have been substantially enlarged, elevated, and reconstructed or newly built. As a result, the character of the neighborhood today includes larger homes with elevated first floors, higher roof lines, and a greater overall building mass than the original homes. The requested height is driven in large part by modern building requirements, proper roof design, and the desire to construct a home that is architecturally and aesthetically consistent with the other residences in the area. Granting this variance will not create an undesirable change in the neighborhood character. The proposed home will remain a single-family residence consistent with the use of the surrounding properties. It will not create traffic, generate noise, or change the residential nature of the community. The additional 3 feet, we do not believe will produce any adverse environmental impact, safety concern, or drainage issues to the neighboring properties. The proposal has been professionally designed and will comply with all other applicable building code requirements. This is the only zoning variance we are requesting this evening. We believe the benefit to the applicant substantially outweighs any potential detriment to the community. The Feinsteins have come to the neighborhood to meet their neighbors and discuss the property's plans, and I do have 4 letters of support from the abutting neighbors that I would like to submit at this time.
This isn't a lift, though, correct? We're not lifting the house.
No,
What are the ceiling heights on the first and second floor?
it's currently 8, but it would be 9 and 9.
So I guess this is the ridge that's going up. Thank you.
So this has nothing to do with any FEMA requirements, the height of this house, right?
Most of them are 5 feet for some reason.
Because that's what they did. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application?
She just handed in 3 consents.
3 consents? Any other correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time again.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Be well.
Hearing 5, Appeal 26-86, Patricia Saganovich at 558 Hawthorne Street, North Massapequa.
Counselor Truth during this proceeding.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale, New York. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I'd like to pass up some photos, consent letters, and a little variance. Mrs. Carrara is seeking a variance to maintain a metal awning over a patio, not having the required rear yard setback of 25 feet and maintaining 18 feet. Also to maintain a shed and a cellar entrance, not having the required side yard setback, and to maintain a fence having greater height than required. This property is on the corner of Hawthorne Street and Walnut Place. The metal awning is on the side of the house, but for zoning purposes, this is considered a rear yard. It's been here for many years. The shed and the cellar entrance, which actually is a Bilko door behind a fence, and the neighbor close to that at 1 Walnut Place has signed a consent letter. The fence is on the west side of the property, and there's no interference with traffic from either direction. There was a prior variance, and that was decision 71-233, and that was for a wood fence that was granted, and I have submitted a copy of that for the board's review. The basement's unfinished, and there's no bathroom in the basement. The house has been sold, and there's money in escrow. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition, has always been well-maintained, and there's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property.
Thank you. So you said that was a Bilko door?
That's a Bilko door.
Okay. Well, the entrance is there, so nobody's gonna use a Bilko door, and there's no
Correct.
bathroom in the basement, so, okay, thank you.
So I was there today, and the fence that's between the 2 properties, that 3-section of fence, is right up against the sidewalk. It just appears that it's a site issue for the neighbor has a very long driveway. I took photos from either side, and that street is curving, like coming around that bend, and then it turns again. I think it's a site issue. I think the fence should be kicked back. Oh, I'm sorry, Kathy Mulligan, yeah.
No, just talk a little
Into the
louder.
mic, okay, sorry. You're welcome.
Thanks,
Um,
Kath.
But that was the only
The
thing.
fence could be angled on that one corner there next to the neighbor's driveway, if the board requests it.
You got your own driveway as well, that's the problem. It's only three lengths.
It could either be angled on both sides or brought back a little bit. I'll discuss it with the homeowner. I can't make that decision. So if we
Yeah,
could put
right.
this on reserve, I'd appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And get back to you with a revised site plan.
Okay, that's great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be voted to you by our office.
Thank
Thank you.
Hearing 6, Appeal 26-74, Assunta Vivola at 457 Broadway. Beth Page.
Promise to tell the truth in these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Andrew Kaplan, architect, 4830 Clearview Expressway, Bayside, New York, 11364.
Thank you.
We have before you a property located at 457 Broadway in Bethpage in R17 zone.
Consent, thank you.
And before we get any further,
Well,
we are seeking relief for 2 items on this property, lot coverage and gross floor area. This is a 2-story addition, a 2nd-story addition, and a 1-story addition, and a portico. I just want to point out, this is a non-conforming property. It's a 6,000 square foot lot where 7,000 is required, as well as the existing lot coverage is already non-conforming. Concerning the lot coverage, we are allowed a maximum of 25%, or 1,500 square feet. We are currently 28.97%, 1,738 square feet, and what we're proposing is 30.9%, 1,854 square feet. That would be a total overage of 354 square feet. However, the additional coverage we're adding to the property is only 96 square feet. That is a rather diminutive ask, even though it's been overbuilt. Of that coverage, 443 square feet is the detached garage with the roof over that is in the rear of the property, which does have all its proper COs and has been there for quite some time. Much of the lot coverage actually has been shuffled around, where the front stoop that took up a large bulk of square footage has been replaced with the portico, and much of that square footage is used for the rear addition of the home. Concerning the floor area, we have a maximum allowed of 2,900 square feet, while we have an existing, we're proposing, I should say, 3,155 square feet, an overage of 255 square feet. This home is currently a ranch with a finished basement, so adding anything to the 2nd floor more or less puts us into variance territory, unfortunately. Of this home, there's 4 bedrooms, a den, and 3 bathrooms. 1 bathroom is on each floor. 2 bedrooms are on the 1st floor, 2 bedrooms are on the 2nd floor. The cellar is finished. There is 1 bathroom down there. It is used for recreation. As well as you do see on the plans, there is a cellar entrance there. It's been there for at least 45 to 50 years. It would be wonderful to keep it, but I do know how the town does feel about the existing cellar entrance condition. Being that this property has been well maintained for multiple generations with the same family, there seems to have been no issue with anything that has been there or continues to be there. We have submitted 4 letters of recommendation or consent to the board. On the radius map, I've marked the 4 that have been submitted, which are 2 from directly across the street who see the home, and the 2 adjacent properties on either side. Besides that, the side yards and aggregate are non-conforming, but being that the proposed work is conforming, it isn't part of this, but I do want to note that just for the record. I'll take any questions you might have.
So it's a new bath you're building in the basement?
There is a bathroom currently down there. It is virtually in the same location. We're just reorienting it, making it a little bit larger for better functionality.
It's a 3-piece bath?
Yes.
And what are you putting up, 750 foot on the 2nd floor?
We are putting, on the 2nd floor, 754.44 square feet.
So obviously, you picked up on our concern, right? So you have a cellar entrance, which has been there, but now you're building a new bathroom, which is a 3-piece, which lends itself to, certainly not your clients, but any future owner putting an apartment down.
Would it be more conducive to make that a 2-piece bathroom?
Yes.
How do you feel about that? I think we're okay with that.
I think it's a good idea. Okay, any other questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
Hearing 7, Appeal 26-75, Dino Jose at 23 Myers Avenue, Hicksville. So, Jesus, it's already here.
Just want you to know that.
That's okay. I mean, I know, because everybody remembers when I was pregnant.
I'm
ready.
Proceedings?
Yes, ma'am.
Name and address, please.
Chris Gray, architect, 2401 Capri Place, North Belmont, New York, representing Dino Jose at 23 Myers Avenue, Hicksville. Good evening. I'd like to hand in 2 cards here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. My client wishes to put a second-story addition on his home, building over an existing one-story section and filling in that entire second floor, and also to add a little bump out in the front, a little vestibule, and a covered porch. There was a prior variance granted in 1961 under Appeal Number 61-112, and we're here mainly for the going over the building coverage. The existing building coverage before doing a thing is at 27.3%, and the proposed is 29.2%. So the increase in, proposed increase in this project is 1.9% over what was currently there, and that equates to 142 square feet. So mainly the second-story addition doesn't cover any more ground. It is within the gross floor area, and the area that we're covering new ground is that little vestibule and a porch to give it a little bit of character to the front of the home. That is my case.
So it is a substandard lot?
No. Well, let's see, the required, lot area is 7,000 square feet, and this is at 7,500, so it's not
You had
substandard.
mentioned that they started out over lot coverage.
Yes,
Yes, correct?
right.
Because on our records, it says that it required is 25, but they're not at 25. They're, because they put a roof over deck, so they're over the coverage already.
Correct, yes, we're starting with 27.3% without doing a thing.
Okay, and then they're going to go up to, if this is approved, 29.2.
That's correct,
Okay.
yes.
All right, just want to make sure we're clear.
Yes.
2%.
Yeah.
I have the
Thank
That's
you.
right.
decision if you want to see it.
The what?
I have the prior decision if you want.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And that is my case.
Okay, thank you. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is
Thank you.
closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Hearing 8, Appeal 26-77, BN Property Incorporated at 222 Nevada Street, Hicksville.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Hello.
Chairperson Byrne, members of the board. Appearing for the applicant, Howard Avertine, 66 North Village Avenue, Rockville Center. This is the application of VN Property Incorporated for variances required in order to maintain a one-story addition, cellar entrance, and also a roof pitch variance. Property under application is located on the northerly side of Nevada Street, 120 feet west of Myers Avenue. It has a street address of 222 Nevada Street. It is also known as Section 11, Block 253, Lot 32. The property has dimensions of 60 feet in width by 100 feet in depth, and a total lot area of 6,000 square feet. It is located in the R1-7 district and is legally nonconforming as to lot width and area. It is developed with a one-story dwelling. I have a set of photos showing the existing conditions, which I'd like to hand up so the board can get a sense for the property. The photos will show the property is very nicely maintained, and everything that's being requested this evening fits in with the character of the area. The variance is required. Firstly, a side yard setback of a minimum of 8 feet, an aggregate of 20. The existing home, before the additions, has a side yard of 5.3 and an aggregate of 19.7. The addition continues with the line of the original house, so it doesn't increase the deficiency. The cellar entrance was present when my client acquired the property. That requires a side yard of 8 feet. 1.6 feet is provided. And also the roof pitch of the rear addition does not meet the requirements of the code, but it's not visible from anywhere other than the rear of the property. I also, in anticipation of certain questions that the board might have, I have a revised basement plan. I've been through this before.
As have we.
Just understand that I don't get these drawings before the applications are filed. If I had input, they might be this way from the beginning. In any event, you'll see the revised basement plan eliminates the 2 bedrooms downstairs and has a storage area, a family/recreation area, laundry, mechanical space, and then there's a crawl space as well. That's, I think, hopefully will satisfy the board's concern regarding the basement layout.
But there is a bath down there, yes?
There is, yes, there is. There is a bath down there. And, but there's been no issue at all code-wise with this house. And it has not been used as a separate living space. And as I say, that basement entrance has been there for decades.
Well, I'm sure there will be discussion because it is a 3-piece bathroom, which lends itself to rentals, if not by your client, by future.
I will discuss with my
Owner, so-
client the board's concern.
We
Unfortunately,
will discuss that as well.
if I presume a 2-piece would be more, the board would be more amenable to a 2-piece than a 3-piece.
Well, I wouldn't rent an apartment without a shower or a
Right,
bathtub.
I understand. Understood.
Anybody else have any comments or questions?
Let us look at that.
Okay.
That's existing, one-story addition.
Possibly.
Mr. Albertine, are there other applications open on this same property before the zoning board that are on reserve,
Or
perhaps?
same
No,
client.
not this property, no. No, no.
Not, but this, maybe the same,
Well, this is a different entity, but one of the principals is involved in other applications, yes.
My concern is really, well, twofold. It's the cellar entrance, which we always have concerns with, and just that it's really up against the neighboring property. It's really right there.
When you say it,
The cellar
Oh, the
entrance.
cellar
I
entrance.
apologize, Yeah. 1.6.
understood. But as I say, that's been there for decades. It's not something my client
I will
installed.
say there was no path to the gate in those pictures you showed me. I was just saying, I'm sorry, I'll speak to the whole board. We were looking at some photos of the home, and there's no, while there is a gate that leads to the cellar entrance, there's no path.
Right.
And when I look at homes and we're thinking that there's a rental, there's almost always a path
Yep.
that leads to it, which says to me that that's really being used for egress, not for any nefarious purpose.
Understood.
Yep.
Understood.
We good?
But we would prefer the two bed, the two, yes.
I
Anybody
understand.
wishing to be heard on this application? Nobody in the audience? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you so much. And I'll be back into communication with the board secretary on the issue of the
Thank you.
bathroom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 9, Appeal 26-78, Annette Peoples at 52 Cable Lane, Hicksville.
I am still under oath.
Yes, you are.
Chris Gray, Architect, 2401 Capri Place, North Belmont, New York, representing Annette Peoples, located at 52 Cable Lane in Hicksville. Good evening again. My client wishes to construct a dormer to her Levitt home. And it was discovered that she put up a gazebo in her backyard without getting a permit. So basically, also, this particular property, there was a prior variance that must amend the specific plan. That was dated May 13th, 1965, and that application was 65-207. So basically, the first issue is the building coverage. This property, prior to putting that gazebo, it was sitting at 25.1%, and then once the gazebo appeared, the building coverage came 27.3. The proposed dormer does not add to the building coverage, and all other zoning issues are not impacted. And then the second item here, that the proposed dormer does not have the minimum roof pitch of a 612. Proposed roof pitch is 312. Now, the zoning rules are a little crazy. I think there's something to do with if that dormer were set in on the sides, that low pitch would have been permissible. But I believe because that dormer is flush, they adhere to that minimum 612 pitch. So basically, it's impossible to get a higher pitch on that with a dormer, so.
But it's in the rear, right?
Yes, yes.
Ray, you disparage our zoning code by calling it crazy.
No, I try to keep up on this. There's finer points. There's like these little finer points, and but that's the basic
We
story.
pride ourselves on our finer points.
Drive me crazy. I want to be accurate, and then there's always
We
something
want you to
that,
be accurate. too.
there's always something that comes up, and ugh, but that's my
right.
case.
Anybody have any questions or comments?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too, thank you.
Oh, may I reopen the case? I'm sorry, I have cards I did not submit.
You don't have to reopen the case, just hand them
Okay.
in.
Okay, now you can close it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hearing 10, Appeal 26-79, Anika Nakpal at 4 Audrey Avenue, Plainview.
Hi.
Hi.
Just raise your right hand. Yes. Promise to tell the truth on these proceedings. Your name and address, please.
Okay, I'm with my sister here, Anika, who's right here, and we live at the same property. I'm just speaking on her behalf.
Okay.
Just because
What is your name, please?
Atika,
Same last name?
same last name.
Very good.
Miss Atika, just lower that microphone so we can hear you better. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, should I go ahead?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm here at 4 Audrey Avenue for a variance for the existing 10 feet by 8 feet shed, which is in the back of the house.
I'm
And a-
sorry, you're going to have to speak up.
Oh,
You're
I'm
not
sorry.
speaking loud enough at all.
Okay. Okay. A variance for a 10 feet by 8 feet shed, which exceeds the maximum height, which is at the back of the home. A variance for a enclosed sunroom addition and a pantry. The existing pantry addition is 5 feet by 1.9 feet, and a variance for a 6 feet fence, which was already existing.
You're going back again.
Sorry?
I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I repeat everything?
No, you just have to keep your voice louder.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
All right, so yeah, it's basically about the shed in the back, this existing sunroom, and a small pantry on the side of the house, which is 5 feet by 1.9 feet. And
it says about a fence, though I didn't put the fence. The fence was put by the neighbors. So I didn't do anything.
Are you
about-
saying it's not your fence?
No, it's not my fence. I mean, I didn't install it. It said
Well,
the.
it's on your property.
Yeah, but it was done by my neighbors. Like, I mean, I didn't.
It's
do
yours
it.
now.
I guess, yes. And it says here, so I read it out.
Okay. So everything is existing, you bought the house that way.
Or did you build it that way?
I did make some improvements, like the shed was older, and it was a metal shed. I fixed it up, and the pantry was like a porch. I did fix it up and make it nice, but I didn't make any changes. But the sunroom was also a patio.
The sunroom was a patio.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you enclosed the patio?
I did enclose the patio.
Okay.
And what brings you in here, how did you wind up here on these today? Like, what, did you get written up for something, or did you just decide to legalize everything? Like, what brings you in here, literally?
Yeah. No, I was told to legalize it, which I did want to legalize it. I mean, I have very nice cooperative neighbors, so I didn't have any issues. And when they started the process, they said that your shed is all, so you should do it. I said, okay, whatever you feel. I was with Mr. Tony, I remember, from the office. He told me you should legalize that too. I said, okay. The architect was doing the drawings, so I told him to include whatever was required and just, complete the whole thing.
Did you file for any other permits besides this?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. And also I got these.
Thank you.
Hearing 11, Appeal 26-80, Marcia Bank, at 30 Azalea Court, Plainview.
Cellar entrance.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale, New York. I'd like to pass up some photos and consent letters for the board. I'm representing Marcia Bank of 30 Azalea Court. Ms. Banks seeking a variance to maintain a cellar entrance, not having the required side yard setback of 8 feet, maintaining 5.9 feet. Also to maintain a shed having less rear and side yard setbacks. The cellar entrance is behind a fence and cannot be seen from the street. The basement is finished, and there is a bathroom down there. The bathroom has a CA, that's number G5915. This was dated 1988. The basement has never been rented, and there's no intent in renting it. There is no kitchen in the basement. As the photos show, there is no path to the street from the cellar entrance. The shed is under 100 square feet and no permits required, as many of the sheds in this neighborhood are in similar locations, and there's shrubbery and a fence around the rear of the yard. We do have a consent letter from the abutting neighbor closest to the cellar entrance at 28 Azalea Court. And also, I spoke to the neighbor next door at 32 Azalea Court. They have no issues. Ms. Banks has sold the house, and there is money in escrow. This is the new owner with me tonight. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition and has always been well-maintained, and there's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property, and it was never rented out.
So I'll just share with you, Mr. Schumacher, and I know this is neither your client nor the new owner's fault. This is the realtor's fault. I don't
Okay.
put blame on this. I'm not reading the whole listing, but this was the listing. Enjoy a spacious living area with a cozy fireplace, plus a fully finished basement with a full bath, providing additional living space. And we know that it should not be listed that way, and so I'm just saying
Correct.
that for the benefit of the new homeowner who is here, that we do not have living space in basements in Oyster Bay.
I spoke to him at length, and he has no intention of renting it out. There's never been a rental in there. Ms. Banks decided to sell the house. She couldn't maintain it any longer. She was been there for many years, and this cellar entrance has been there for many years also.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
Hearing 12, Appeal 26-81, Alexander and Irina Holodny at 23 Gloria Place, Plainview.
promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Dieter Specht, my office, that's 265 Brookfield Avenue, Central Riches. I'm from Spectacular Pools. We did the pool and patio. And during the legalization to get the CO, the town realized that the shed is a little too close to the side property line. And I guess they're a little bit over on their lot coverage for their deck and their shed. And the raised patio is less than 5 feet from the rear property line. So we're looking to legalize this.
Okay.
Any consent from the neighbor affected?
My client did not ask, and neither did I.
But the mailing went out, right? All the cards came back? Okay. All right. Anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah. I would say Tate's.
Hearing number 13, Appeal 26-82, Tate's Plainview Holding LLC, which will be held along with Hearing 14, Appeal 26-83, and Hearing 15, Appeal 2684, all Tate's Plainview Holding, located at 1610 Round Swamp Road in Plainview.
I like it this way.
Did we lose the chairwoman?
I'm here.
Oh, there she is.
Sorry.
I'm like, I didn't bring any weapons, no
No,
reason
I'm
to duck.
here. It's good.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
For the applicants, and particularly David Altman, Chief General Counsel, Bola Oil Corp., and related entities, 809 Stewart Avenue, Garden City, New York. And before I begin my presentation, I'll introduce my colleagues. I have Chris Tartaglia from High Point Engineering. I know the board knows Chris. Chris is our project civil engineer. And I have Nicholas Tortorella from Stonefield Engineering. He's our traffic consultant, to the extent the board has any questions regarding traffic or on-site parking. I know the board is well aware and familiar with the site. Chris, if you want to pull up the aerial, that would be really helpful. You just had it up on the screen. But while I'm proceeding, property is 1610 Round Swamp Road, Plainview, New York. It's at the southwest corner of the LIE South Service Road and Round Swamp Road. It's known by Nassau County Tax Map Number Section 13, Block 89, Lot 34. Property is currently zoned general business, and the existing use, which the board is familiar with, and you can see up on the aerial, albeit from an overhead shot, is a gasoline service station
On the
with.
screen here.
Nope. Want me to stop?
No, we just,
No, we don't see it.
we're checking.
This is only like the
'Cause we
second
can-
or third time that we've gotten the screens to work, so it's very
Wanted to
exciting
make
for
sure
us.
that
Do you want us to put up the easel too?
No, we're
No,
good.
we have it
Okay.
on
We
these
can all
screens
see it.
here.
Oh!
So we can't, because we can't see that, but it's on here, so it's fine.
It's very exciting for us.
Yeah, we have, it's right here
We
on
got
our
these.
screens. Yeah.
See?
Okay.
Don't move it around, it's gonna stop working.
So, a little bit of site history. The site itself received a certificate of occupancy number A13049 on February 25th of 1987 for the existing gasoline service station and convenience store. I don't know if any of you visited the site recently, but it's tired. It's reflecting its 40-year-old history. And the applicant here tonight, Bola, proposes to do a complete raise and rebuild of this site. So what you see there today will not be there tomorrow. The only similarity between the existing station and the current station, and that's noted on the colored site plan, which is on the easel, not on the digital screen, is that the fact that we have currently at the site 9 multi-product dispensers with 18 fueling positions. We will have the same number of fuel dispensers, 9, at the new site, albeit in a different orientation. And I'll just step to the easel for a second. The existing pump island canopy is actually perpendicular to the South Service Road, sort of oblong rectangle, whereas the new canopy is more of a square shape, will be more toward the center of the site with 3 rows of multi-product dispensers perpendicular to the Long Island South Service Road. We appeared before the town board on November 18th of 2025, wherein the town board granted our application for, among other things, revocation and repeal of prior CNRs from the 1987 approval for the existing station, a special use permit for the new gasoline service station and convenience store, and conditional site plan approval, subject, of course, to our appearance before this board tonight. Also, the town board at the time issued a secret negative declaration, the project being a type 2 project, because the building in total square footage is less than 4,000 square feet. In addition, I will also note that on September 25th of last year, at least with respect to the special use permit and site plan application, Nassau County Planning recommended local determination. I will also note in connection with this project, we have applied for access permission both from Nassau County DPW on Round Swamp Road, as well as the access on the LIE South Service Road from the New York State DOT. We have approval from both entities for site access as well. In connection with the town board approval, we were required to execute a new or modern set of covenants and restrictions that this town typically requires in connection with gasoline and convenience uses. We did so, and on December 22nd of 2025, those CNRs were recorded in the Nassau County Clerk's Office on January 8th of 26 in Liber 14708, page 74. I have a copy of both the town board resolution, which granted approval for the special use permit site plan. I'll hand that up. This copy is for everybody. And I also have a copy of the declaration of covenants and restrictions, which the town board required of us at that time. I will note, in connection with that declaration of covenants and restrictions, particularly at item 2 thereof, and it's germane as it relates to one of the waivers the applicant is seeking here tonight, as this site is not on one of the enumerated streets under the town code for 24/7 use. The town board did, in connection with its grant and as memorialized in the covenants and restrictions, permit and provide for 24/7 use, and it's condition number 2. I'll read it into the record. And it says that the gasoline station and convenience store hours of operation may be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I will note historically that this site has operated 24/7 from inception. Here's a copy of the CNRs for everybody. This site is operated as a 24/7 use from its inception. It predates the current code restrictions regarding limited, I guess, restricted 24/7 use on designated roadways. As the board is aware, this site is surrounded by commercial. There is no residential anywhere near us. We, to the north of the site, we have the LIE Service Road, the LIE proper, and then the North Service Road. To the east of us, Round Swamp Road. We have an office building on the other side, on the east side of Round Swamp, and then the Homewood Suites Hilton Garden Inn. To the south of us is the Race Palace facility, for those of us who fondly remember it as the Galaxy.
I just said that to her.
It was not my prom destination, but I'm sure some of you may have been there for your prom or bar mitzvah, whatever the case may be. And then there's a New York State Recharge Basin. To the west of us, and up gradient actually, is the Sheridan Four Points Hotel, Fabric Mill, and then PC Richards store. The site itself has frontage on the LIE South Service Road of about 160 feet and on Round Swamp Road of 260 feet. Lot area is 43,341 square feet. I will note that Nassau County DPW is requiring of us, and we will eventually take care of this prior to obtaining a C of O, and a small dedication at the corner, I believe, corner radius dedication of 77.21 square feet, such that the property post-dedication would be 43,220 square feet. As I mentioned, and I'll just go through the new build real quick, because I know the board has read through the plans, but nonetheless, I'll reiterate the salient points. 9 multi-product dispensers with 18 fueling positions, The new canopy will be 67 by 96, or 6,432 square feet. There will be a new convenience store, and the convenience store, under the current design, is situated underneath the canopy. That design is generally passé. We are moving the convenience store away from the street towards the southern end of the property, and you can see it here on the easel, site plan on the easel to my right. The convenience store will be 3,963 square feet. In that convenience store will be food offerings that the residents of the Oyster Bay, County of Nassau, and frankly Long Island have come to expect from BOLA. The BOLA Market itself, there will be a Tim Hortons coffee, as well as a Burger King. No tables, no chairs, counter service only takeout. The existing underground fuel storage tanks, which are situated in the southwest corner of the property, this gray square on the site plan on the easel to my right, will remain where they are. We are not relocating the underground storage tanks. Existing curb cuts will generally remain where they are. There'll be slight modification to widen them. I will note one of the salient changes that we have made to make the site actually safer is there will be no left turns out on any of the curb cuts. It's right outs only. There will be a loading stall at the southwest corner of the site. We will be providing 26 parking spaces where 29 are required. That is one of the variances we're requesting here this evening. I will submit even with 26 spaces, and if the board has questions, they can certainly ask Mr. Tortorella. But at 26 spaces, the site is already overparked, and we all know that, of course, when you're at the gasoline station, the fuel pumped spaces often serve as de facto parking spaces when you run in for your cup of coffee. There will be 2 air and vacuum stations on the Long Island Service Road frontage. We are proposing 2 ground signs, which are the subject of variance relief tonight as well. One will be where the existing sign is, right, at the corner of the South Service Road and Round Swamp, which is the northeast corner of the property. Then we're proposing a second sign at the northwest corner of the property, in large part because the geometry of the South Service Road, while fairly straight, does descend as you come off the expressway. So visibility here, particularly for motorists coming off the highway, is an important factor for identifying the site and allowing motorists to make a safe turning movement into the northwest curb cut. Let's just see. Finally, there'll be a 10 by 16 masonry trash enclosure, which also will be tucked behind the building in the southwest corner of the site to avoid visibility of the site, of the trash enclosure, rather. In connection with the variances, I've already mentioned the parking variance, and I've already mentioned the hours of operation. There is a couple of small variances for landscape buffer. I'll note, I believe the call maybe for one of them on the denial notice may have been inaccurate, and I think that relates to the buffer on the west lot line. I think the call had it at 3.3 with 0 proposed. It's actually, I think it's supposed to be 6 feet with 3.3 provided. So that's the variance there. Again, that site, there is still, of course, if you can see from the colored site plan on the easel, substantial plantings will be made along that western lot line. And if the board is familiar with BOLA sites, having been to BOLA, BOLA certainly prides itself on the landscaping, year-round landscaping. So that's this site will be heavily landscaped, and I think you can see that from the green space here, which is a substantial change from what exists today. With regard to the 2 freestanding signs, variances are sought particularly for height and area. I believe the height we're proposing is 25 feet 11 inches or 10 inches and a 145 square foot sign. I will note that this is similar to relief granted by this board not so long ago for another BOLA site, which the board, some members of the board may have visited or do visit, 285 North Broadway in Hicksville, wherein we have 2 ground signs there at 25 feet and 127 square feet in size. So relatively similar in terms of height and area. I'll hand up a copy of that decision as well. The remainder of the sign variances relate to the number of wall signs. And I can run through them real quick if the board would like me to do so. Chris, do we have the sign plan? There they go. So up on the digital screen, you are looking at the top, the south-facing facade of the proposed convenience store building. On that south-facing facade, which you have the Tim Hortons logo sign, Bola Market sign, which is above the entrance door, and then the Burger King on the west side. Those are 3 of the signs, of the 9 signs. And then below that, which is commonplace at all of the Bola locations, are the Bola Lion placards. By code, they're treated as signs. Then on the east-facing facade of the building, which would be facing Round Swamp Road, a second Bola Market sign. The other 3 wall signs are actually the mobile canopy signs on the canopy itself. And if you look on the digital screen, you'll have one facing west, one facing north, and one facing east. Those constitute the signs. Again, generally consistent with other gasoline stations and other Bola stations in town. Again, I point to 285 North Broadway as being an example of the relief granted. I think there's one more minor variance which related to the size of the mobile logo, which was sort of an interesting one. I don't recall that before. I think 32 square feet is permitted, and the logo here is 37. So largely de minimis, not really noticeable, but sort of necessary, again, given, in my opinion, the location of the roadway system and allowing motorists to identify the site and make safe turning movements. Those, I believe, captures the variance relief in toto. I'm happy to answer any questions, if the board has any questions of Mr. Tartaglia or Mr. Tortorella.
I have a question. I like to go back to the landscaping for a minute.
Sure.
We have on our paperwork 0 and then 3.3, and you, yeah. That you're providing 0.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not 0, right?
I just want to I want to
Yeah,
correct
it's
it
3.3.
on the record and on the variance.
Yeah, it's 3.3 is what we're providing.
So you are providing 3.3?
Absolutely. Where 6 is required.
Oh, so it's 3.3 where 6 is required?
Right.
And we
Not-
have 3.
You have 3.3 required where 0. It was a typo.
Yeah, no, well, we want it all to be perfect, should we grant the variance.
So it should be 6 and 3.3.
Correct.
Yeah,
3.3 where 6 is required.
right. Okay, that makes more sense, because you are providing, I see the green. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public.
Thank you all. Have a wonderful night.
Public hearing is closed. And the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you. Have a
Appreciate
great
it.
night.
Good to see everybody.
You too. Bye-bye. Hearing 16, Appeal 26-155, Michael Ricker at 6 Barnum Avenue, Plainview.
Good evening, everyone. Raise your right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please.
Christina Gonzalvo, 124 Front Street, Suite 205, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762.
Thank you much.
Thank you. Good evening, members of the board. I have some. My name is Christina Gonzalvo from Long Island Perfect Permits, 124 Front Street, Suite 205, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. An agent representing Michael Ricker, owner of 6 Barnum Avenue, Plainview, New York, Section 46, Block 143, Lot 38. This property is in an R17 zone.
Can you share so they can get some? Sure. Thank you.
An application was filed to maintain pool equipment, a shed, hot tub, 3 AC units, and 6 PVC fencing that do not comply with local zoning. The existing pool equipment does not have the minimum required front yard setback of 50. The pool equipment is set back 47 feet. The equipment was installed with the pool in 2019. The existing shed does not have the minimum required yard setback of 8 feet or the minimum required aggregate side yards of 20 feet. The existing side yard is 4.75 feet and the aggregate is 18.94. The shed was installed in 2016. The existing hot tub does not have the minimum required side yard of 5 feet. The current setback is 4 feet. The hot tub was installed in 2016. The existing 3 AC units exceed the maximum permitted encroachment into the side yard of 4 feet. The existing encroachment is 14 feet. The AC units were replaced in 2020. The existing 6-foot fence exceeds the permitted height across the front yard on Barnum on both sides of the dwelling. The fence does not cause any site issues with my client's driveway or the driveways of the neighbors on either side of the property. The fencing was installed in 2016. The application also includes a proposed front porch. The front average setback is 26.31, where the porch is proposed to have a 19-foot setback. My client purchased a home in 2013, and these items were brought up as part of the proposed work with this application. My client spoke to all the abutting neighbors, and they do not have any issues with these variances being granted. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
You too, thank you.
Hearing 17, Appeal 26-153, 84 Southwood Road, LLC, and at 84 Southwood Road, Woodbury. Oh, this should be fun.
Council Chief will make proceedings.
I do. Salvatore Koshia, permits are us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm here on behalf of the LLC. The property is located at the R12A zone. They're proposing to maintain a pergola that has a side yard setback of 24 feet where 30 feet is required. An existing driveway with a side yard setback of 5.2 feet where 20 feet is required. A cabana requiring board approval for the bathroom and is 14-foot high where 12 is required, and a chicken coop. We'll get into that in a second. The chicken coop and pergola have been there for over 15 years, and the cabana approximately about 10 years. So a little background on this whole here. It's an LLC solely to protect the owners. The house has been in the Delmonico family since 1974. Dominic Delmonico Sr. passed away quite some time ago. The family took over. Dominic Jr. now owns the home. Well, Maria Delmonico owns the house. It's under her LLC, solely to protect them. Years ago, the chicken coop was put in because their daughter Julia has disabilities. The house backs the disability center there, so they used the chicken coop as treatment for the daughter. The disability center used to come in and watch them. We no longer need the chicken coop. It's just essentially a shed.
So there's no chickens?
There's no chickens.
Oh, so disappointed.
If you want, I can go and request chickens, but there are no chickens. There were chickens a very long time ago.
Our chairwoman had a whole theory about how the chickens take care of the ticks, and that's why people
do.
want chickens, and, I mean.
No, these chickens maybe took care of ticks, but they were there for another purpose.
Eggs.
They're no longer there. It's essentially a shed, and if you want, I can redo the site plan to show that it's essentially a shed. They're no longer housing chickens. It was done solely for the child, for Julia.
Yeah, I'd rather call it a shed for future.
Yeah, that's
Because then
100%.
people, not that I have anything against chickens, I like them, but.
No,
we don't
I
allow
was well
them.
aware of the rules with chickens, but like I said, it was only there for that specific reason. There hasn't been chickens there for quite some time. As far as the driveway goes, the driveway is on the private roadside, not the main driveway of the house. The house backs the disability center across the street from Syosset Central School District. So that driveway is essentially not seen from anywhere, nor is the cabana for that matter. As far as the cabana goes, it truly is a cabana. I have some pictures that you guys can look at. The entire front of the cabana is glass. And if you guys want to condition it that it can't be enclosed into a wall and a single door, that's not a problem either.
Thank you, Mike. I hope if I held it the right way. That's beautiful.
Very pretty.
Really nice. Anybody have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night.
Hearing 18, Appeal 26-73, Matthew Davy Trust at 53 Calvin Avenue, Syosset.
Once again, for the record, Andrew Kaplan, architect, 4830 Clearview Expressway, Bayside, New York, 01364.
Consent, right?
Correct.
Consent?
Yes.
Thank you. So these were the pictures from the. Those are consents?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
We got quite a few.
A stick of consent, a stack of consents like this.
We have before you a variance to grant relief for a proposed cabana at 53 Calvin Avenue in Syosset in an R17 zone. Additionally, we are asking for two items of relief, gross floor area, and allowing a bathroom and an accessory structure. I'll cover the bathroom part pretty quick. It is a two-piece bathroom. It is only accessible from inside of this cabana, which from the drawings you have in front of you is really more pavilion than cabana. It's open on three sides with the exception of the structure in the back, which is used for pool storage instead of a shed, and this two-piece bathroom. There is an outdoor shower, which is completely disconnected from the bathroom, so there's no way to either put them together or use them at the same time. Concerning the gross floor area, our maximum allowed is 4,550, which we are proposing 5,088.08 square feet, which is 538.08 over the maximum, which is functionally just this cabana or pavilion itself. Just a little history of this home. From the Google image that you have, which is sorely out of date, the previous house that was there did have a pool and patio and everything back there. You can see from this historical image that there really is no vegetation that could be used for solar shading, getting out of the sun during the summer months or any other time of the year. So the cabana being built now allows them to have some kind of coverage without using either umbrellas or retractable awnings, which may or may not function properly or be safe during other situations. Event at some point between then and now, a developer came in, knocked down that house, built a new home, and essentially maxed it out. Currently, Mr. and Mrs. Davy live at the property. They want to, enjoy their backyard. And unfortunately, since the house was maxed out already at their purchase, anything they would do to beautify their property would require the variance. We already have approval for a new in-ground pool, patio, hot tub, a couple of fire bowls, and an outdoor barbecue, which is adjacent to this cabana but not part of it. There is no intention to enclose this. There's no intention to turn it into habitable square footage, all the usual comments. Pretty much, we just want to make sure that we have some good entertaining outdoor space. We have 16 letters of consent from the neighborhood. All the red X's note all the neighbors that have signed, which is pretty much the entire radius map, plus 3 additional neighbors.
Okay, well, if my colleagues and I decide to approve this, it's going to say proposed two-piece bathroom
Yes.
in pool cabana. Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too, thank you. Hearing holdover 2, Appeal 26-33, Neil Shinehouse at 607 Franklin Avenue, Massapequa.
Hi, counsel to adjourn these proceedings.
Yes.
Name and address, please. Thank you.
My name is Jack Sidorowitz, architect. Address 2174 Hewlett Avenue, Merrick, New York, 11566. Good evening, everyone.
I'm here together with Neil Shinehouse, who is the owner of the house, for variance to construct the closet addition having a less than average side/front yard setback on Pittsburgh Avenue, then permitted by the ordinance, and also variance to allow the existing shed having less side yard setback and rear yard setback than permitted by the ordinance. In addition, a variance to allow the existing 6-foot-high PVC fence exceeding maximum height across the side front yard on Pittsburgh Avenue, front yard Franklin Avenue, and within 30 feet of the intersection than permitted by ordinance. We did submit an application to the Highway Department requesting them to review and accept the existing fence on Pittsburgh Avenue, and they submitted an acceptance letter. You should have that in your file.
Why does the highway department have to accept it?
Because it's forward of the property line.
Oh, it's on town property?
Yes.
Okay. And you have a letter stating that they're okay with it?
Yes, that is in the file.
Okay. Okay, that completes your application.
Yes, it does.
Anybody have any questions, comments?
I do.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Decision. The public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you.
Next is holdover number 3, appeal number 26-91, Stephanie Di Stefano.
Sorry, someone has to be last.
Okay, it may seem a little distracted. I just got a text from my daughter, and she's like, Dad, I'm shipping out. I'm going in the Coast Guard.
Oh.
She's leaving Tuesday. She's 21.
Oh, my
I'm
goodness.
70 years old. She's 20. All of a sudden, you do everything you can for your kids, and they're gone. You know, so she's not going to join the Foreign Legion or anything, but I was in the military myself 100 years ago, so I think it's a good thing.
So
but
you were her example.
I think it's great.
It is.
I do too, but
Congratulations.
can you let me know? You're running away from me? I can understand running away from my mom, my ex-wife. So, I'm sorry, just
Sorry,
if I'm not,
and
yeah,
that's a
no,
lot
no,
of news
don't
to
be.
get.
And that's not an
Is she going up to the
inducement to.
Coast Guard Academy? Or
She has a 4-year degree from St. John's. Just 2 weeks ago she graduated. She's gonna go to OCS, so.
Wow. And where will she be stationed?
Pardon me?
My brother was
Yeah, it's a good
retired from
thing.
the
I mean,
Coast
it's the least militarized out of all the branches, but it's still the military. And I watched last night, I made a mistake by watching a video of the boot camp, and they're not nice. Someone yelling at you and spitting. I
Can't go,
But
you
it's
gotta
for
stay
their own
home.
good.
I would say, are you kidding me? Talking to my daughter that way? You crazy?
Where is she gonna be stationed? Where is she
Well,
headed?
she doesn't know yet, but she has to do recruiter duty after that, and then OCS for 4 years, and then duty station, which we don't know where.
It's a great experience.
I know, but haven't I done enough for her? You know, just leave.
My brother went to Guantanamo,
Yeah, okay, there you go. Right,
but
right.
she won't go there.
Well, I'm worried about now with, you know, the administration stopping all the drug boats, she could be put in harm's way. You know, it's dangerous.
She'll be trained.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so,
You have to tell the truth during these proceedings, right?
yes, I will, yes, I will. I'm not here to selling any Horton's coffee
your
or
name and
anything,
address.
okay? So,
Your name and
my
address.
name is Michael Wan, I'm an architect. I have offices at 69 Roslyn Road in the village of Roslyn and 58 Oakwood Road in Huntington, New York. I'm here tonight on behalf of Stefano, okay, and we have several things that are non-conforming that they went ahead and built without a permit, okay? And I could leave the list, but there's a couple of sheds that are undersized, they're below the 100 square foot threshold, so they don't require a permit. But the first thing I showed up, you know, there's no railing here. I'm concerned about life safety and structure, okay? So this was built, I mean, there's a little bit of a section that doesn't conform because it doesn't have the required 5-foot setback. There's a little strip that we're asking for, that percentage of square foot. That is the variance we're seeking, as well as the 2 sheds that are on sheet SP1, okay? They're shown there on the left side of the property. They are about 7 by 4 feet, 28, 30 square feet, so they below that 100-foot threshold. But immediately, as soon as I got there, I measured this to make sure it was under my 30-inch height requirement, not requiring a railing, and it does not. Stairs do, because we know if it's more than 3 rises, it requires a railing, which they have, but this does not, okay? But I also wanted to determine that the fence, the required fence in the back, was built soundly. And instead of taking the contractor's word for it, I made him dig it up, okay? I have 40 years' experience, I do mega, multi-million-dollar houses, but this is important, it's a safety thing. So I made sure I had him dig it up, much to his chagrin, but I wanted to make sure he had the right fence, was the right pounds per square inch linear thrust, and the right height, and the, hold on sheet A100, there's a detail here, okay, right here. It was built out of concrete block, it's a raised slab, all right, that the brick terrace is on, once again, below my 30-inch threshold for height requirement. It's a 3-inch minimum concrete block, there are rebars, and it's tied into the 4-inch deck here, okay, galvanized with the 3,000 PSI required concrete with the terrace on top. Here is your 4 feet required fence, and again, that is put into a sonotube, a poured concrete sonotube. So I did not take this fellow's word for it, I made him dig it up, okay, to make sure, this is my license going on here, I make sure I want people to be safe, and I want this thing to last a long time. You can see the fence in my site plan, the pool was built around 21, and the decks of the sheds which are in there were built around 22, so they've been there a while. This section, the aforementioned 5-foot section, okay, right here, okay, this is the area, it's 205 feet encroaching into my 5-foot setback. You can see it in the shady area right here of the deck that will require a variance, which is why I'm here tonight. In addition to the aforementioned 2 sheds, we see them right here, 1'2", okay, off of the property line, they're 7 feet by 3/8, so they fall under, once again, the aggregate of 100 square feet, okay? So the board would not entertain, it would have to be removed or moved, okay, so underneath that. The existing house, it's been here, there are gates here, and they comply with the reference standard 326 for pool enclosure, having a self-closing gate, and also there's a couple of French doors in the back, which also have the required, since the house is acting as part of the guard barrier for the pool, they in fact do have the self-closing latches, okay? So once again, I'm here to ask for relief for this, built in 22, no footing or foundation, just a Rubbermaid thing, and then of course the pool fence and raised decking, which is once again underneath that 30-inch threshold, requiring a railing, but the stairs have it, okay, and we're asking for that variance for the size. That is my presentation. I don't normally do variances, I'm not an attorney.
Do
Anyway.
we have any consent from the neighbor behind, do you know?
The owner had talked to him, I failed to get a letter though, but we had talked to him.
So what's the height on the raised brick deck?
It's 2 foot 3 inches, 27 inches.
And it's a 6-foot deck? A 6-foot fence?
Yes, yes. With the proper, once again, I want to make sure with the proper footing on it.
Well, that's, my concern is more that your client's family standing on the deck is literally 3 feet above the fence, probably.
Well, it would be, yeah.
Looking into
I
the
live-
neighbor's yard.
Right.
I don't see any neighbors here.
They haven't come, my clients did talk to them, in fact, but I failed to get a letter on that. They haven't any complaints at all or anything, there's no lights at all, or anything of that sort.
I think no problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
I appreciate that, thank you.
And thank you for allowing your daughter to serve.
Yeah, I hope it turns out all right, but.
I'm sure it will. I hope so too. We'll pray for her.
I mean, I turned
All
out
right.
okay, you know.
Correspondence?
I guess,
County
right?
Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is
Okay,
closed.
noted.
Decision
Okay,
of the
how long,
board
because
will
I
be
know the
forwarded
first
to
thing
you.
when I get out of here is the client's gonna ask me, when am I gonna be notarized? Within,
You can call the office tomorrow, and I can tell you.
great, wow, okay, thank you. I work in a lot of different towns, and you guys have been very good, very expedient.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
We like to hear that.
Goodbye now, thank
I
you.
was just gonna say, better than the guy that called us crazy.
Yeah, right.
Well, look at the source of that.
That guy.
Your mic is on.
Never.
Your mic is on.
You don't.
No, we're talking about.
I know which one. Right, yeah, that's what I mean, he has no sense of
Well,
humor.
he thinks he does when he
Oh,
thinks.
my daughter told me not to tell anyone.
Oh.
You guys are the first, can you imagine?
This is televised.
You're the, yeah.
This is televised.
You just broadcasted to the 300,000 residents of the town.
Everybody in Oyster Bay knows, only
Watch
Oyster
like
Bay.
C-SPAN or something.
Listen, I can't
Lots of
even
good
find-
luck.
I've never seen one of our videos, ever.
Oh, I watched them during the pandemic, I used to watch them.
I've never seen them. I can't find them.
I watched it before I came on the board to see what you guys were.
The only ones I see, I can see
almost
ones,
didn't want to
live,
go on,
though.
so-
I can see
They're
ones
not live.
where we're wearing masks.
They
in cold.
posted in a day or two.
Power through, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we're gonna power through. We're gonna vote.
Yep.
Everybody ready?
Ready.
Yes, okay.
Hearing number one, appeal number 26-87, Michael Dugan.
I'm fine, I'll go with that.
Lois is gonna move it,
Second.
and Brian's gonna second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number two, appeal number 26-88, Sean Freely, with 10 letters of support.
Yeah, I'll move that, I'm fine with that.
Lois is gonna
I'll
move
second
that, and Rebecca will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Let's see what I wrote here. Okay, hearing number three, appeal number 26-150.
Got some height.
They are, it's height, but they are big in that area, he is right, it's by, you know.
Well, there's two schools of thought on that. I mean, he's doing 9-foot ceilings.
Yep, both.
He can come down to 8-foot ceilings, and he can bring the height down, and that's what I'm gonna vote for.
I'm gonna put it on reserve and give him a chance.
Yeah,
Yep.
You'd like it lowered?
yeah.
So we're not voting, we're gonna
We're gonna
send it back.
reserve it. I think that he can do better than 31 feet. Okay? Hearing number four, appeal number 26-18.
I'll move it.
Kathy?
I'll second.
Lisa, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number five, appeal number 26-86.
So this,
I'm gonna get a new plan, we put it on reserve.
beautiful, okay,
I'll
reserve.
bring it back and show you the new plan.
Thank you,
How's that
perfect.
work?
Okay.
Hearing number six, appeal number 26-74.
Two-piece.
Two-piece bed.
Proposed to, I have two-piece bathroom written down,
I have,
okay?
to be conditioned that way,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
So what do you want to do with this, Ray?
We're gonna vote on it, but it's gonna be with a two-piece bathroom.
Two-piece, yes.
I'll move it that way.
Rebecca will move it,
Lisa will second it.
Lisa will second it, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number seven, appeal number 26-75. I'll move this,
Number
I'll second.
7.
and
Okay.
Flo will second, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number eight, appeal number 26-77. I'm not really good with this cellar entrance being 1.6.
That's the problem, it's literally on the property line.
This is the one, is Howard Albertine's?
Yeah.
Yep.
Problem is, there's no fix.
Well, the fix is not to grant the,
Yep.
not to grant it.
Okay,
This was 5 feet off, I feel different, but it's not.
okay, cellar entrance is out.
Okay, denied.
So just deny the cellar entrance? or-
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll move it that way,
Second.
and Flo will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. B is denied.
But the rest is fast?
Yes. Hearing number nine, appeal number 26-78. All right, this dormer roof pitch is in the back, so you really can't see it from the street, so I don't have a problem with that. You wanna move it, Flo?
Yeah.
I'll second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 26-79.
Is this the shed that's prefab or no? I'm sorry.
I don't know, she spoke
This is
so
gazebo.
low.
Yeah, she was
I
on,
got half of
that
what
was
she
not the
said.
prefab, it was a man with the prefab.
No,
I
she
think.
said that the shed was there when she moved
Yeah.
in, but she did fix it up because
Yes.
it was like ramshackle wood and she reinforced
Right.
it. The sunroom, she said, was a patio, so that she
Enclosed
built
it.
and enclosed. But I think that people have sunrooms in that area of Plainview. I've seen that before. The only one that got me was the fence, which is, she says the neighbors put up.
That's what it says on the plans also. It says fences on adjacent property. Yeah, I don't even know why it's here.
So why should that be before us? It doesn't make any sense.
She's right.
She is.
We can't approve a fence that doesn't belong on her property, and this lady should have fought that. But she didn't know.
So what do we do? I don't want to deny it on her either. I mean, that just makes a problem down the line.
Okay, how about we do this? I hate to do this to you.
Okay, put on reserve.
I put it on reserve, if you can just straighten that issue out for us, and then we'll bring it back for a vote.
No problem.
Thank you.
So I just think that we could create
Right.
liability. if
Yes.
we- Okay,
Yeah, I agree.
thank you.
And maybe we, ask the geniuses, they'll know. Hearing number 11, appeal number 26-80.
Money is held in escrow, so they're just waiting to clear these cellar entrance and the shed up.
But it is a full bathroom in the basement.
You know, this is Schumacher.
Yes.
While he said there was no path to the cellar entrance, if you looked online, there's a gate right in front of the cellar steps.
That's the one you looked at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says walkway on the plans as well.
I'm sorry. I
No,
couldn't
the
hear
one
what you
I was
said.
talking about that had no walkway was Howard's.
Oh, okay.
That was not this one. Howard's, there was no path, no walkway, and not even any trample on the grass. I think that
All right,
really,
well,
you know.
this is money in escrow, this house is gonna be for sale, and, was there a bathroom in the basement?
Three-piece.
There was, and this is
Three-piece.
the one that, he had the new homeowner here on this one, right?
Right.
And the listing said that there was living space in the basement.
Well, we can do one or two things, and it would be much cost effective for him to remove a shower or a bathtub than a cellar entrance.
I can condition that.
Yes.
So that's what we're
Make it
gonna
a
do.
two-piece.
Is that good?
Reduce it to a two-piece.
Yeah,
And if you can explain it to him that it's the lesser of two evils.
correct.
How much does the cellar entrance cost?
Oh, you're talking
15.
about an excavator coming in.
15,000.
That
They're
is-
coming in with,
that's
they're coming in with
big.
with the bills to show us.
Wow.
Plus, you
Okay.
have to shore up your foundation again,
Oh,
you know, you
right,
got a
sure.
hole in your
Yeah,
foundation.
yeah,
And they have to get architectural plans to do it.
yeah.
So
Okay,
it's costly.
Yeah, that
so I'll
makes more
move
sense.
this.
Where did you get, you have to shore up the foundation?
Well, there's an entrance there, if you're closing up the end, well, shore it up, but you've gotta
You have
close
to-
that up.
And you have to close the foundation wall, the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And most of the time, put in an egress window. And if that's the only egress,
Yeah.
then they have to put an egress window in also. They are coming in, they've been.
No, I know, it's a lot of money. All right, so anybody want a second?
I'll
this so we can
second.
go home?
Lisa did.
Thank you,
Lisa
Lisa.
did?
Yep.
All in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number 26-81. Any problem with this?
Oh, that seemed fine.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Tate's Plainview Holding,
13, 14, and 15.
okay, you made the correction on the landscaping, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll move this.
I'll second it.
Oh,
And Lois,
Lois?
it's gonna be Rita and Lois
Okay.
on all of them.
On all three?
Hearing number 16, appeal number 26-155.
So taking out the chicken coop, so I don't even know if he.
This is, no, this isn't, this
No,
is
this is
16.
not
Oh,
This is
16,
the-
I apologize.
Okay.
We're on 16.
Yep,
Sorry about that.
that's okay.
No coop, just a porch.
He's squaring it off.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
anybody want, I'll move it.
I'll second.
Brian will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number 26-153.
You
So
want to
we're-
condition it to be used as a shed only?
Yes,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
allowing a chicken coop is just gonna bring in the chickens.
They'll come home to roost. Thanks, guys.
That was
I'm
one of
here
my
all
mother's-
night.
one of my mother's favorite sayings.
He also agreed, didn't he also agree to condition the cabana on no permanent enclosure right there, what he said?
Bathroom is existing.
The cabana? No, he said it had glass frontage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it's
would-
beautiful
Not to
looking.
be further enclosed.
Yeah,
Banner?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was open, I think, on,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Do I have two names?
Yeah,
Oh, I'll move it.
we're Rebecca, I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Thank you. Hearing number 18, appeal number 26-73. Proposed two-piece bathroom in a pool cabana. I'll move it.
I'll second.
Who's that?
Kathy.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover 1 is postponed. Holdover number 2, appeal number 26-33. Is good?
Yes, I'll move it.
Kathy will move it.
Brian?
Brian will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Ooh, holdover number 3, appeal number 26-91.
I mean, no neighbor, I would not approve this if the neighbor came out.
But the neighbor didn't come in.
Neighbor didn't come in. I mean, this is on the fence line, 2.5 feet in the air.
2.5 feet.
And that's where they're hanging out, and that's where they're standing to go in the pool. And you're
Yeah,
looking at,
we've
Neighbors
had
don't
that
get-
you're looking
before.
at 3 feet
I
of
know,
neighbor,
it happens. We have,
but no one came.
Nobody
to
complained?
No.
yeah, I don't
You-
wanna put that kind of hardship on.
No,
somebody
you have
we
to
don't
bring the
know.
whole thing down.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll move it.
Second.
Kathy will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Which brings us to Susan's portion of tonight's
So the
program.
first one, Mr. Schumacher came back to the office today and wants to revamp this one a little bit more, so we're not gonna vote on that.
Okay.
He made that change, just came in today. And the second reserved decision is 26-119, Greg Zebedinsky, 6 Smith Street, Glen Head. You asked for consents for the pool equipment, and they came in with them from the.
Okay,
that you
good.
asked for.
Okay,
I'll move it.
And
Second.
Kathy was after.
Oh, that's right, I
I'll second it then.
Lois will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. And
just
good
name
night.
for the
all.
town child, please.
Lisa and Kathy.
Thank you.
And to all a good night.
Yeah.
Does
Thank
anybody
you.
have a rubber band in their drawer?
I got one.